All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show. Ugh. Weekly rock news talk outlet from the Midwest here, upper Midwest, if you will. And yeah, got a pretty cool show. Pretty cool show. Pretty cool couple of concert announcements coming to our neck of the woods that we're going to be getting into. Uh, uh, Yeah, it's just real interesting concert news on one of them, especially. We'll get into that. But then we got a dude who's heading to the big house for a good long stretch. We got to get into that. That's pretty amazing stuff. A lawsuit we talked about. We're gonna clear that up finally, I guess. And somebody sold their catalog again. We talk about this a lot. A lot of bands sell their catalogs wisely while the getting's good. And yeah, we could talk about a band that did just that. Lead singer left a popular metal band. I guess you would call a metal band. We're going to talk about that. Another singer needs some help, and a few other goodies here, tidbits here and there. And I'm your host, Murph, and over there, up there by Aurora, Illinois, the world of Wayne, that would be Doc Vox. What's going on, Doc?
Greetings and salutations, rock and roll fans. Thank you for joining us for another week.
Yeah.
And busy week this week. We got more than our usual allotted, our docket of stories, should I say?
Doc,
Usual,
if you will.
yeah.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, so we'll fly through these suckers for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, no, we got to talk about this tour though, man. All right, so you got Skinnerd and Foreigner hitting the
There they
road
are.
together.
Yes. The
Of course,
Leonard's.
when Foreigner's coming around or no, which one? I think it was Skinner's coming around our neck of the woods. It's with Loverboy. Is that right? But I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, Leonard Skinner,
One or the
Foreigner, and Loverboy. I believe that's
Oh,
it.
okay. So that's the whole
Yeah,
line. Okay.
they're coming out on a Double Trouble, Double Vision tour, and starting in July. And yeah, they're going to be heading into our neck of the woods there, by golly. So that's very exciting. And this is really interesting considering that neither band has any original members. I don't know if that's the first where you've got two major headlining name group, the brand name groups, and neither of them has any existing, any original members. That's it's pretty far out there, Doc. What do you think?
Well, I think you use the right terminology. Brand name. They're brands and not bands. I think I could steal that one from Eddie Trunk there. I think he
Yeah, he
came up with
mentioned
that
that.
one.
Yeah,
But yeah, brands is not bands. Because do the fans even care?
they
I don't
don't.
think they do. I don't think they do.
I think they want to hear the songs just like they heard them their whole life on the
Right.
radio and whatnot. And they probably don't. As long as it sounds like the songs, I don't think they care. We saw Foreigner a few years back, and no original members. I don't think was he
Right.
there? No, he
No,
wasn't
no,
there.
no. Same with
No.
Skinner when we saw him. But now this is the two of them touring together. So I think I Loverboy with them. At least there's one band that's got some original members. Otherwise, yeah, it's just a
Wasn't
night of
Loverboy the
officially licensed covered bands. Is the way I
wasn't
would look at it.
Loverboy the one that had all original members?
Yeah.
Because they had one guy who was an original member, then quit. Then they got famous, and then the other guy quit, so they brought him back. So he was indeed an original member. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was funny. Lover Boy played great set, lots of hits, all original members, and then they're backing up. They're opening for a group that has no original members, and now they're doubling the trouble, brother. They're doubling the fun, man. Like double mint gum, baby. Remember that? Remember that commercial? The double
Oh,
mint.
sure.
Oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, these cats. I guess they're coming to our neck of the woods.
Right.
I may. Who knows? If I'm not working or if I'm not playing that night, I may go see them. A lot of these shows coming to Tinley Parker on Saturday nights, which could be
Yeah,
problematic.
we saw Skinner, and that was right after Gary Rosington passed. So he was the last. He was the last of the original members. So when we saw him, there was no original members, but
Wow.
they kind of had that family tie. At least they got Johnny Van Zant's out there, and like
They,
Ricky
they,
Medlock, and guys like
yeah,
that have
yeah.
been
I've
with
been
the
with them
band for a
forever and
really
stuff.
long time, right? But It's
Yeah,
still
but
not, even the heyday. I mean, you say original members, that could be kind of misleading because I mean, lots
yeah,
of bands don't play their original. Rob Halford's not an original member of Judas Priest, but certainly is of their heyday and certainly of
yeah.
their.
And
But
what a catalog of songs with both groups. So if people don't give a hoot, it'll be a good party night.
well, that's that's the kind of angle I was wanting to look into. Is just do people not care? And it's just at that point where it's gonna be like Blue Man Group, and they're just gonna
New
keep
players,
going from generation to generation, and
Well, yeah, I thought Kiss was gonna do that, license out their cover bands or whatever. But whatever, do what you do, folks. They're the musicians; they got to make money. So more power to them. Like I say, I may even go to that show if it ain't too expensive and I ain't playing. We'll see. But who knows, man? Yeah,
it'll be interesting. Depending
how's
on
it?
what we're doing, then maybe we ought to do some interviews at the show and ask people if they care. Do you care that there's no original members? But then
Yeah,
again, I mean, what up? You don't have any options. I mean, that's the best you got. If you want to see Skinner,
yeah,
okay, you're not seeing the same guys, but
yeah.
it's the
But
best
anyway,
option you got.
yeah.
So yeah,
Speaking of Foreigner with no original members, but they ain't all dead. That's the thing, Doc. They ain't all dead. That's the like Leonard Skinner. They're all dead. Foreigner,
yeah.
not. They still got these two cats at least. They got Lou Graham. They got Mick Jones, the two major driving forces of Foreigner, obviously. And apparently, these cats were working on new music. Early 2000s, I believe it was. In early 2000s, Graham revealed that he and Jones have a substantial collection of unfinished songs from their collaboration in the early 2000s. He expressed hope that this material will eventually be completed. So you might, while you got the time, they hate each other, don't they, Doc? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they like.
Oh, well, here we go. The
Okay.
former Foreigner frontman reflected on the past tensions between the two musicians.
Okay.
Their earlier falling out prevented them from continuing to work together and release new material. Then he says, I wish that Mick and I didn't have that falling out years ago, because we would have probably been playing right along. Probably there would have been a lot of good new material out, but things happen. It's not the first time that kind of thing has happened. So at their age, just bury the hatchet, get together, smoke a blunt and record, finish what you got, you know. Jeez, too many creepers. But then
Yeah, why not? I mean,
and then Graham, he acknowledges Jones's absence from Foreigner's recent R&R Hall of Fame induction. I feel bad that he couldn't have performed at the Rock Hall of Fame, but good enough that he's certainly aware that we are in the Rock Hall now. I hope he feels great about it because it has a lot to do with him. Well, yeah. Yeah, those two cats were, like I say, man, they were
well,
the
it's his band, though. So yeah,
driving
I guess
force.
it's got a little bit to do with him, sure.
Man, oh man. So there you go. Maybe we'll see some final new songs. So let's face it, man. Though some of them songs had the best riffs. Some of the Foreigner songs, they really dominated the radio for quite a while.
Yeah, right from the jump. I mean, they come out with "Feels Like the First Time." I can remember them pushing it on WLS, and here's this new band, and it's called Foreigner. There's three British guys, there's three American guys, and they call themselves Foreigner. And
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah,
So we'll see what happens, man.
that was that, and boom, I don't know where that went in the charts, but I'm sure it went fair to get up in the charts. Then Cold as Ice come out, and then boom, 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 just hit after hit. And
Hit
Double
after
Vision
hit,
come
yeah.
out, and then we had even more hits. So yeah,
Well,
they've always
apparently
been a
though
hit machine for sure.
they've got around 10 to 12 unreleased songs from the early 2000s that remain awaiting completion. According to Ultimate Metal, this collection represents a significant portion of their collaborative output during that period. So yeah, get it done, guys. What the heck? Too many creepers. Time's running out. Gee, time is running out. Just get it done. Crying out loud. So there you go. There's the boys. You know the Skinner, the Leonard Skinner and the foreigner. Good riddance. Well, they have their issues, but here's a cat who's really got an issue. There he is, right there, heading into the courtroom. Oh, this is wild, man. Guy's name is Praz. Praz Michel. His full name, Prakazrel Michel of the Fugees, right? Fugees.
Yeah.
Grammy Award rapper Praz Michel of the Fugees was sentenced on Thursday to 14 years in prison for a case in which he was convicted of illegally funneling millions of dollars in foreign contributions to former President Barack Obama's 2012 reelection campaign. Wow. Holy cow. And you know what? He could have been given life for the things he was found guilty of. They could have given him life easily. Let me put my glasses on here so I can see what's going on. Yeah. In April of 2023, a jury convicted him of 10 counts, including conspiracy and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. Holy cow. Holy smoke. And
that takes some pretty big balls, man. That's pretty freaking ballsy, man.
Listen to that. Justice Department prosecutors said federal sentencing guidelines recommended a life sentence for Michel, whom they said, quote, betrayed his country for money and lied unapologetically and unrelentingly to carry out his schemes. And what a scheme, man. He's found like 120 million. Michel obtained over $120 million from Malaysian billionaire, listen to this guy's name, Low Tack Joe. Low Tack Joe. It's Lowtaek and then JHO. So it's got to be Low Tack Joe. Well, Low Tack Joe, also known as Joe Low, and steered some of that money through straw donors to Obama's campaign. Man, and then he tried to end a Justice Department investigation of Low. Then he tampered with 2 witnesses and perjured himself at trial. What's up, Doc? What do you? Wow, wow! And also, hey,
go ahead.
Well, let me say this: Low Tack Joe, who had lived in China, was one of the primary financiers of the Wolf of Wall Street, and Leo DiCaprio was one of the witnesses on the stand at the trial.
Oh,
as
really?
well as ex-Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Yeah. So 120 million. That's a big freaking deal. He's lucky he only got what he got. I don't know if he'll have to serve the whole thing, but 14 years, really, betraying his country. That's strong words there, Doc.
He's got to give back 65 million. So apparently he's got that much still sitting around. I don't know how they reached that figure, but says 14 years in order to forfeit nearly 65 million.
Wow, oh man, and of course they're asking for a new trial, based on, in August of 2024, the judge rejected Michel's request for a new trial based in part on his defense attorney's, quote, use of a generative AI program during his closing of that trial's arguments. The judge said that and other trial errors didn't amount to a hill of beans. So, no, sorry. So
didn't amount to a Lauren Hill of beans. Couldn't get back with the Fugees, huh, Price? Couldn't get back with Lauren Hill. Wycliffe John's doing.
Oh, Lauren Hill.
I guess it's much more profitable to funnel money into foreign governments.
Well, he's going to have a lot of time to think about it. My goodness.
How do you even go about doing something like that? That just blows my mind.
How do you come up with a scheme? Really, you got to have some kind of demented mind. I'm going to find a way. Yeah. Hey, Low Tack Joe. They're out partying some night at some club, Low Tack and Praz, this scheming shit up. Low Tack, I want to get money to, I don't know what the hell his accent is. I want to get the money to America.
Malaysian. I don't know what's a Malaysian accent.
Yeah. Well, I'll make it happen, yeah. we do it. And yeah, 14 years later, but he could have gotten life. So he's damn lucky by golly. Because man, I'd hate to spend life
Yeah,
in jail.
that's pretty stunning, man.
120 million.
You got to think, what kind of money are we talking about in the bucket that they don't even, it takes them, how long did it take them to, miss that much money? You know what I mean? How long is he,
Well, loaded,
uh,
he's a billionaire, low tax Joe, so I'm sure he had it hanging around. It's just a matter of, thank gosh somebody followed the money back followed it back to the source, and hence lies the problem, man. Always follow the money, like the saying goes. So, yeah, and I wonder if they're gonna, indict Lotac. They probably didn't indict him, or they would have mentioned that. I'd indict it for the hell of it. Low Tech Joe, just for the coolest name.
well,
Yeah.
apparently he sued Lauren Hill for breach of contract when they bowed out of their pending tour. So yeah, this guy's just one of those
Oh,
kind of
well,
guys.
she's out of that. She's in the clear on that one. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, right.
That one ain't going forward. Oh boy, way to go, dumbass. Well, serves him right, by golly. Here's some more court action. Where is the cat? Where is he? There's Don Henley right there. This is as confusing as it gets, but I'll try and make some sense out of it. So it's all about lyrics. It's all about some Eagles lyrics. Now, a malicious prosecution lawsuit brought against the Eagles' Don Henley and his longtime manager Irving Azoff has been dismissed. That's the final end of it. But let's go back a little bit. He was being sued by 3 collectibles experts: Glenn Horowitz, Edward Kosinski, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame curator Craig Insciardi, who are accused of attempting to sell handwritten notes and lyrics from the classic '77 single "Hotel California," as well as its follow-up "Life in the Fast Lane" back in 2022. It's a pretty big deal. They're estimated at like $1 million for these collectibles. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal. So defendants maintained that they had legally obtained those lyric sheets from author Ed Sanders, who was hired to write a biography for the Eagles in the late '70s. So he had these lyrics. He had the lyrics, and then he sold the notepad to Horowitz for $50,000 back in 2005. So. Okay, so the lyrics are given to this guy who's writing a book. He's an author.
Right.
It doesn't sound like they just, here, take them, don't give them back. Here, take them
Right.
and use them to write your book.
It's part of your research. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then he went and sold the lyrics to Horowitz, this a rare book dealer, and so however, and then the judge dropped the case midway after Henley sued them back then, but the judge dropped the case because they say Henley had manipulated prosecutors by withholding evidence. Okay, so now everything's dead, Dan. But this case, and now those 3 guys sued Henley basically for, malicious prosecution and shit. But the judge determined that, he determined that, let me see. Oh gosh almighty. I forgot. I had it all squared away in my head, Doc, my crazy freaking head. And Henley still maintains that the documents were stolen, which it sounds like they were,
Right. But it sounds like he's holding the wrong person responsible for that.
But that prompted Horowitz to sue both Henley and Azoff for malicious prosecution when Henley said, they're stolen. You stole them. Oh, how dare you? And the judge said, no. It was only because of a technicality that case was dropped. The facts were still there, but a technicality, right. Boom. So the judge said, no, he just threw the whole freaking mess out. But it doesn't say what happened to the lyrics, though. I couldn't find out what happened to the lyrics. The dismissal of the case at a trial after complaint. No, it's just a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. But the bottom line is, yeah, they tried to sue Henley after he sued them and lost, and now they lost. So.
And meanwhile, the guy that sold them illegally, it doesn't seem like any action's going against him. So, He's just
That's one of the
kind
first. I would have definitely
of
gone after him. You author, yeah, yeah. How much money you got? Because we're gonna sue you for all of it. I don't know.
probably didn't have any money. That's probably why he sold them, man. You know.
Yeah. But oh cripes, this Horowitz guy. Yeah, he's also got a separate malicious prosecution lawsuit pending against the city of New York. Boy, so this guy's a piece of work. But he just lost this one. He still got another one going against the city of New York. Good luck. Godspeed. I don't think that's going to work out. But holy cow, yeah. But here's something that did work out, and this surprised me. I must say. Slipped, where are they? Handsome guys. You know, they could use some face cream. Face cream would help them out muchly. Slipknot, I'll be darned. They sold their stake in the catalog to Harborview. Now, this is a new one, Doc. I haven't heard of this organization. You know, we've talked about
that's a new one I've seen, yeah.
a lot of people getting Sony and UDI, one UPI, one, but yeah, it's a new one. But according to the Hollywood Reporter, Slipknot has completed a deal to sell its music catalog, and the going price approximately 120 million. Wow, you know, good for them. Boy, oh boy. How about really? You know, I remember we probably talked about it a year or two ago. I saw an article with one of the members saying how it's just hard to make any money anymore these days.
Right.
Musically selling records or whatever, and even touring's ball busting and all this shit. And so when I saw this article, it's like, well,
when you got 17 guys in your band, it's probably hard to split
you
up.
know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Well, still good for them, you know. Good for them for cashing in on their crazy antics. Let's say let's say each of them gets 20 million. You know, just for the shits and grins. You know, geez, you invest that, and even if you only pull 10%, you can live comfortably on 2 million a year and never even touch the principal. So they did it, man. They good for them. You know, I hope it all works out for them.
That's just usually we see that when an artist like at the end of their career, basically, just kind of like a retro kind of thing, selling all their old catalog, and I don't know, just stuff not done now, or who knows? I don't know. But
That's a good call. Yeah, because they're still as far as I know, they're still out there. They're still going to be.
wonder if this includes any future, or just I didn't see anything about that. They ain't going to that.
Even if it is, that's a good deal, guys. Take it.
This says Slipknot's legacy is now backed by serious money, and a new chapter is about to begin. So,
oh, maybe they're going to unmask. I guess. I don't know, but good for them, really. I'm glad. You know, invest wisely, guys, and you can live like kings for the rest of your freaking life, and you earned it. You know, I saw him. God, we saw him at one of the Ozfests. They were on me and my son Ian went. They were on the secondary stage. And I remember I could barely see him. It was just jammed like sardines in the secondary stage. So we only saw a little bit of him, and then we saw him on the big stage. I saw him on the big stage later on. And what a great show, man. What a great, great show. So good for them. I'm glad they've been able to cash in. Too many musicians don't get the, even if they wanted to retire right now with millions and millions and millions. I'm really glad to see that. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm always kind of mixed feelings on us. I guess it depends on the artist, and especially if it's a band, it's probably a better thing to do because you got more hands in there. They're going to fight over it. When you got like a single artist, we talked about with Ozzy. See, he didn't sell his because he's got Jack to pass it on to that they trust with it. So in that case, probably worth not doing. But
absolutely. Well, here you go. A band situation, a whole bunch of people. 9
different families involved. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. There's some happy people there. And it says here, the clown says, after 25 years of taking on the music business, we find ourselves with a partner that is willing to sign on to continuing what Slipknot started. Only they want us to go even bigger. Get ready. Hail the knot. Hail the knot. What are their fans called? Knotheads, I imagine. I don't know. What are Slipknot fans called? I don't know. Do you know? No.
Slippers.
So come on, no, that's too. No, I got to be knotheads, I imagine. But yeah, so good for Slipknot, man. Oh man, oh man, they're cashing in, brother. And boy, so many bands have. And this one sort of surprised me. I'm surprised somebody bought their, their their catalog. It's not like Pink Floyd or the Beatles or anything, but
Right.
still, 120 mil, good for them. Based on streaming and data and other metrics, Billboard estimates that the band's music has generated 15.5 million in annual revenue over the last 3 years. Woohoo! While publishing brought in an additional 5.2 million per year. So their music's bringing in 20 million a year. So, wow. I guess they're doing all right. Way to go, Slipknot, the knotheads. Yeah, well done.
They're probably real big, like in Germany. Probably, I can see
Oh,
that.
I got yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're not hard enough for Sweden because
Yeah.
and they don't have enough makeup on for Sweden. So they're well, nope, almost, but not quite. Yes,
There's no dark forest for them to go
I'm
hang
just
out
gonna
in.
say I don't see any pictures of Slipknot in dark forest, so they wouldn't go over in Norway or Sweden or any of them. But oh well, yeah, better luck next time. Here's an interesting note. Where is she? Oh, ho, ho, ho.
We haven't talked about her in a
Wow.
little while.
Yeah, that's Alyssa White Glues. Yes, Alyssa White Glues. I'll be darned. The story, she was a singer for Arch Enemy, Forever and Ever, who included an most excellent Jeff Loomis on guitar, one of my shredding heroes. If you don't know Jeff Loomis, oh man, wow, shredder supreme. But yeah, she's Arch Enemy. They parted ways, and no reason was given for the departure. But it didn't, I don't know. It seemed like there was a little animosity there, Doc. I'm just saying. She gave out a big thank you to all her fans and whatnot, and never mentioned the band. Usually they're going, oh, thanks the band for,
Right.
yeah,
For however many, right.
yeah. So after 12 years, she added,
Well,
after
okay.
12 years we have parted ways. I am forever thankful to the thousands of amazing fans I have met along the way. Thank you, Beastlings. Boom. No band. Thanks to the band who, yeah, wow. But I bet we're gonna see more of that kind of her instead of the heavy metal thing. I think she got a great voice. She doesn't have to scream. She got a great regular singing voice.
Is she gonna pair up with her boyfriend?
I hope not. I don't know. I just find it amusing.
Doyle Von
The
Frankenstein.
goofy hair and all
Yeah.
that. It's like, you give it up. Don't give it up. Whatever. Who am I? I'm just an
Yeah,
old geezer. I'm just a crotchety old geezer, Doc. That's the name
a
of the
snarky
song.
old geezer.
That's the name of the show. Yeah, yeah. I'm just a get off my lawn kind of guy, and I don't know. Yeah, all that at some point, yeah, it was cool back in your 20s when you got this weird ass makeup, but when you're up in your, I probably in his 50s now or whatever,
Oh,
yeah,
not 60s.
60s, yeah. I guess you gotta maintain the image, but yeah. So she parted ways, and I bet you she's already gotten. She's had this planned ahead. She's got music coming out right now, and so she'll do something.
Yeah, that's one of those cases. I don't know much about the band. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm sure she's going to do much better than the band's going to do from here on out. I think so.
Well,
And the
actually,
one thing I know about her is that she's a vegan, and has always been a vegan. Has never had a bite of meat ever in her life, not even as a
oh
child,
boy,
ever.
her
Was raised
boyfriends must be
vegetarian.
truly disappointed through her life. That really. I'm too old to say anything. Back in my days, I could have said some snarky things right now, Doc, but I won't. But actually, I think, yeah, she got a great regular singing voice. She, it just takes a good song,
Right.
and boom, she could do really well because, gosh, she got a great voice. Like Taylor Momsen. Taylor Momsen's got a great singing voice. God, and yeah, just the screaming, the chick screaming. I don't dig it. I don't like that. the gals in the heavy metal, just screaming her. And I know you don't like it anyway, Meshuggah, regardless. You're
Oh,
not
the
into it.
guttural shit. Yeah, yeah,
And that's
yeah,
what she does. Most
yeah,
of her
yeah.
singing with our enemy is guttural, and but man, when she sings, gosh Almighty, don't ruin your voice, Christ, because eventually you sing like that long enough, you just end up with a screwed up voice, like that one wrestler chick. God, who was it?
What?
And a famous old wrestler from way back when. I can't remember her name, but she was she ended up just totally blowing out her vocal cords, and she ended up actually sounding like that for the rest of her life. Like because she did it so much in the
Right, right.
wrestling ring. So let her. I hope more power to her. Eat a hamburger. Well, ain't her boyfriend Dolph? He's a vegan too, isn't he?
But I'm
So
sure.
they
I'm sure
probably
it
go
has to
around
be.
beating
Yeah.
people up. Yeah, we're vegan. Boom, boom, boom. Oh gosh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Gosh Almighty. But anyway, yeah. Well, here we go. Here's a just sort of a sad note here. Where is she? There she is. Dale Bazio. Yes, Dale Bazio. Oh, man, I just eliminated the article, Doc. I'll have to find it again. But she's ill, and her son's put up a GoFundMe to help her get she needs her breasts removed. She's had fake breasts ever since Missing Persons. Was it Missing Persons
Yeah, yeah,
back in
yeah.
the day?
Missing persons
Back in
back
the
in the
day
day
with hubby
with husband Terry.
Terry Bozzio on drums, and you could she had she was her body was thin as a
Yeah, she
rail,
was
and she had
definitely a hot new wave chick. Yeah, for sure, man. She had the
yeah,
look.
and she's she got to get her breast removed, and I thought about this right after I didn't before I read in the article. I thought, well, like me, she's got Medicare. I mean, she's old enough to have Medicare, but it doesn't cover breast removal. Medicare doesn't, so she's on her own on that one. So her son's like $35,000 in total for the removal and the after treatment and whatnot. He's got a
So it's
go.
just taking out the silicone that she had in there. Is that?
Yeah, gosh.
That
Uh,
sounds like something you could get done on the cheap. Go down to Mexico or something and find a guy to take the
uh,
silicone out
I
on
don't
the
know if you
cheap.
want to go down there. Yeah, boy, oh boy. I hear a lot of bad things. Yeah, a lot of bad things going on in Mexico with
Get your car interior redone and get your silicone taken out, man.
uh, but doggone it, some of your life choices, have consequences, and here's a big consequence right there, just for bigger breasts, and
Well, to me, my takeaway on this was, here's all these, rock stars, supposed rock stars, and now they're reaching that age of, they're in their 60s, and they don't have money. You think, they all got money, but here's somebody, she's been doing music her whole life. And granted, yes, she hasn't been the public eye the whole time, but she
right,
had definitely had a good run there for a while in the 80s. And, but yeah, no health care, no, totally
yeah.
hurting on that kind of stuff, so
Yeah, because that's the first thing I thought of. Well, hell, you know, I've got, my bills are basically paid except for not a small deductible, and but then I delved in deeper, and yeah, it's her breast removal, and jeez, just do it, jeez, gosh. Well, come on now with the music community, there should be enough of them to help out, there's enough
yeah, there should be some
doing
kind of fund or something, for stuff
a
like that.
concert
Just
or
yeah.
something, anything, a benefit. Too many creepers. But yeah, there you go with her. Oh boy. Then yes, here's where he. There's Jack White. Jack White. Yeah, Jack White.
But
He's doing the Thanksgiving Day halftime apparently with Post Malone and Lil Jon. All right. That sounds whack. That sounds crazy.
okay, here's what I got from this one. Well, first of all, for the freshly Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted Jack White, And
Uh-huh.
yeah, he's playing the Thanksgiving halftime, which is cool.
Sure.
But as we talked about before with the Super Bowl halftime, Jay-Z's in charge of that group that decides who's going to play the
Uh-huh.
halftime show.
Yeah.
And apparently for the Thanksgiving Day halftime show, who's in charge of that? But Eminem.
Really?
Eminem is in charge of that. So, with the
Oh,
Detroit connection, you always have Jack White. But see, Eminem can get some rock acts in there. Come on, Jay
sure.
Z, get some rock acts in there, man.
Sure.
You know,
Oh yeah. No. Well, we know what that. Well, yeah. He obviously pushing a certain narrative. I haven't seen when's the last time we seen a rock band there? It's
yeah.
been a bit. So it is what
And
it
how
is.
do they get that gig of deciding the entertainment for
Yeah.
halftime shows, NFL
Yeah.
halftime shows?
Yeah. How'd that happen? Well, Jay
Yeah.
Z's a good pick. Wow. Nah. Well, how did you figure? Well, because you're a billionaire. Well, so what?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
I'm sure
not.
he bought his way into it. Yeah, no
Oh,
doubt.
man. Well, good luck. Yeah. 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 We'll see
I'm
what
sure
happens.
Eminem because it's Detroit. Detroit plays every Thanksgiving, so they
Detroit.
probably
Sure.
they have the whole tie-in with that. So I'm sure that's how Eminem got it. But
Oh, and they're taking on the
yeah,
Packers. Oh, at noon. That'll be great. That'll be great. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see how that goes anyway. Good for them.
yeah, good for Jack White, man. Glad that he's doing it. 'Cause they don't get paid shit for doing that. It's just
Yeah, just for the
publicity or
coverage,
whatever. Yeah,
just for the
yeah,
the pub.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
good for him.
Yeah, man. Finishing up, we got another big concert announcement coming to our neck of the woods, and that would be Guns N' Roses. Nuns and Moses.
Guns
Yeah.
and freaking Roses is coming to Tilly, Murph.
Isn't that something else at
Woo!
Tinley Park? I'm sort of stunned. I figured they'd need a 60,000 seat or whatever, like the
Yeah,
stadia or Soldiers Field.
yeah, yeah.
But no, they're coming to little old Tinley Park, which hopefully I'm not playing that night, so I can go see them. But hopefully Axel will show up. I know the way in for the buses is nice and clear. I checked that out when Korn was playing. We saw their bus rolling in and everything. They smoothly ride on in. So he's got no reason, no excuse to not be there on time. But he'll find something, to make
Oh
him
no,
late.
I think he's on time these days. I hope
You
so.
think so? He
Yeah,
should be. And don't scream at your roadies and shit. He did that earlier on
right,
the tour. He's
right.
hollering at just chill out, pal. This is Chicago, man. Just chill the
Act
frick
like you've
out.
been there before, man. Come on.
Gosh almighty, I swear to gosh. Yeah, so Nuns and Moses, man, coming. So Tinley Park, they're working on it. Hopefully they have a better year this year because last year was horrible. Just horrible. Just wow. So this year, yeah, so far we got what? We got Iron Maiden coming. We got Foreigner and Leonard Skinner. We got Guns N' Roses and got a few others coming. So yeah, they're starting early and good for them. Freaking A, it's getting late. It's getting dark. Doggone it. Yeah, yeah, it's already dark for crying out loud. It's only 4:40. Ugh, give me a break. But that's it. Yeah, from here to the Upper Midwest, we're gonna get. Oh, where is it? Let me see. Where is it? There it is. No, let's get more. There it is. Yeah, we're gonna start getting snow
Oh,
this weekend. Yeah, yeah. Apparently, we're gonna get walloped for the
I don't want to get walloped,
weekend. I
Murph.
know. Well, I'll just sit home and watch the flakes fall down, man. So hope you folks have a good one for sure. And why don't you take us home there, Doc? Hey.
Yes, sir. Just looking at the lineup. Yeah, Motley Crue also.
Oh,
So
right.
we got
Wow.
Maiden, we got Skiddered, we got Motley Crue, we got Maiden, Guns N' Roses.
Man, oh man, oh man.
So yeah, it's gonna be a rocking summer at Tinley, man.
It's early. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
already
yeah,
not even December yet. And they're filling up. So yeah, good. They're making up for
yeah.
last year. Good for them. Take us home, Doc.
Yes, sir. We'll see what comes up next week. Any concert announcements or whatever the news comes up with, and yeah, we'll always talk about it, as you know. So appreciate everybody watching, and good show last week. If you didn't catch it, go back and watch that one, and we'll try to do it again next week. Until then, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.